So I don't remember the first time I heard the words, "I love you," but it was probably from my mom or my dad. And I can remember growing up with those words being talked about a lot. And I can remember saying things like, "Oh, I love pizza," or "I love steak," or "I love the Dodgers," or "I love the Rams." And you kind of throw that word, love, around really loosely. And then when you get older, you might get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and you hear the words, "Oh, I love you." And then you get married, and a husband will say to his wife, "I love you," and a wife to her husband will say, "I love you." But one of the things we know about love with humanity is that sometimes it just doesn't last forever. One day that girl that thinks that she's going to marry that young man, and he comes to her and says, "I don't love you anymore." Or that wife that comes home one day and tells her husband, "I don't love you anymore." And worldly love, the love of this world, just doesn't last forever. It's not eternal. But in Jeremiah 31 verse 3, the Lord is speaking through the prophet Jeremiah, and he says to Israel, he says, "I have loved you with an everlasting love." God's love is eternal. And lately, the Lord has been reminding me of that really strongly, that my love for you, Darrell, will never end, that it goes on and on and on forever and ever and ever. And I don't understand that. My finite mind I just can't wrap myself around that. God's love is immeasurable. God's love is inexplicable. God's love is indescribable. It's inconceivable. And yet, it's eternal. And I just want to encourage you today that God's love for you lasts forever. It doesn't matter what you say, what you do, where you've been, where you haven't been. God's love is constant. It never ends. It lasts forever. You know, the sun, the warmth of the sun and the light that it gives off I can't explain that. But I know I need the sun because it brings warmth and it brings light. And it's kind of like God's love, but God's love is so much greater. I can't explain it. I can't wrap my head around that. But I do know this, I can't live without it. So I want you to remember that today, that God's love for you is eternal. So God bless you as you bask in the love of our eternal Father.